Well, I'm glad we have connected. We haven't talked since the pandemic. You made it through. Triptease continues the fight to reduce dependency of hotels on OTAs. So it's nice to see that, and it's nice to talk with you.
Yeah, I am glad we both made it through. There were some touch and go moments.
Yeah, it was rough. So I saw the announcement on Match on Metasearch. So tell us what problem you set out to solve with Match on Metasearch.
Okay, well, I mean, in a sense, for us, that's a example of a broader thing that we've always been about, which is, guests go on a journey, and during that journey, there are many touch points. So this is before the booking journey, not the actual journey. So during the booking journey, there are many marketing touch points, and every marketing touch point is kind of an opportunity to understand a bit more about their guest, gather data on them, and then use that data to then influence other things they're doing to improve personalization through the rest of the journey. So for us with Price Match on Meta, specifically, we know right now what the live price is at the hotel website. We know right now what the live price is that OTAs are charging, which is often, sadly, different from the hotel's direct price. Given we know that data and we know what searches people are doing, why can't we auto fix the hotel's direct price so that the hotel is never undercut by a major OTA? So Price Match on Meta is, I guess, what it sounds like on the tin. If Booking or Expedia are undercutting the hotel by 1% or $2, we will match that price, or some hotels might undercut that price by another percent. But basically, we'll match the OTA price so that the hotel automatically fixes parity. We've spent a decade as a business helping hotels fix parity after the fact, emailing the OTAs, complaining to wholesalers, all that stuff. Some hotels managed to get that fixed, but for a lot, it was just too hard, too much work. So we're like, forget it. Let's stop trying to fix parity after it's too late. Let's try and fix it live, real time. So that's what we do.
And I think your website says that, up to 50-something% of hotels get undercut by OTA, something like that, right?
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of hotels know they have a problem. Yeah. Then some hotels simply don't. There are some hoteliers who manage their system and their approach to wholesalers, third parties, OTAs, very, very tightly, let's say. But then there's another sort of third of hotels who think they don't have a problem, and they really do. And that's because they might, for example, go, let me use the OTAs right now from my desktop and check what my price is. And guess what? The OTAs often won't undercut the local price. They'll undercut the price in Germany for your hotel in Texas. And they do that because they know you're not going to go to Germany or have a German VPN to check it. Or they're going to undercut you at 8 p.m. because they know you're not going to be checking. We've seen those kind of games for years. And so ultimately, you have to kind of work as if you're the guest. Think about, where is the guest searching from? What price is that guest seeing right now? And if that guest is seeing a lower price for the 12th of February, and they're booking from New York, then it's like, great, let's change the price that those specific guests are seeing for 12th of February. So it's very targeted discounts just to make sure you've got the best price.
And you developed a little free tool for people to check up on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is not something that every hotel needs. As I say, there are some hotels who've just got amazing parity. Great. But what we can do, and we've got like a little tool on our website that you can go try, where you can say, okay, I want to see for the next 30 days on, say, Meta sites, what are the prices that other people are charging for my room, and what is the price that we're showing for those rooms? And you can instantly get a sense of, okay, am I being undercut 10% of the time, 60% of the time? And then the other really important thing here is how much people are being undercut. And I think this is something that surprises a lot of people, is that you only need to undercut an OTA, let's say, on Google by 1% to increase your click-throughs from Google Meta by 300%, right? So a very small discount has a very big impact. And the OTAs know this. So often the undercuts they're delivering really are 1, 2, 3, 4%. And what we don't think hotels should do is, if an OTA is giving a 20% discount, maybe you don't want to go matching that automatically because there's something funny in the rates that are being fed. It's when they're undercutting small amounts, which happens a lot. Just match that small amount, and then you're much more likely to get the business.
So they can do the health check, but back to the solution itself. I've seen your little descriptive video, and it'll move your price down like by $1. But what you just described kind of infers you can set limits.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have to, because we see there are some hotels who all they need to do is reduce their price by like $1 or $2, 30% of the time, and they will suddenly get all the bookings for those dates. And then there are other hotels where they've got a much bigger parity issue, and they're being undercut by the major OTAs, Expedia, Booking.com sometimes, by like 7 or 8%. And for those hotels, then actually you've got to be prepared to make a 7 or 8% discount or rate cut. Now that's pretty scary for a hotel, right? Now, of course, the alternative to giving that discount is you will be paying the OTA commission, which is 16, 17, 18%, whatever, and you won't be getting the booking direct. So it's well worth it. But what we don't want is hotels giving discounts to everyone all the time for all dates. We just want very precise, targeted, for this date right now, you need to give a 3% discount, go do it.
So it's not necessarily a set it and forget it. I mean, but how
it's designed to do that. It is absolutely designed to be completely automated, because we've seen so much pain of hoteliers having to manage their parity scores, chase OTAs, chase wholesalers, make fake bookings, all that stuff. And we just want to get rid of it. It's just too difficult, too much of the time. So it is very much designed as set and forget. You work out what your thresholds are, because as I said, like there's always risks. Well, wait a second. I don't ever want to give a 20% discount because I think something's more likely that there's a error, and that, I don't know, TripAdvisor is showing a rate that came from someone else and it's not really the actual rate that's available. So you set the boundaries in that way. It can be set and forget.
So I like to ask, how is this different? So you kind of explained how hoteliers have been wrestling with this over the years. I don't know if there's any other solution like this, but I mean, how would you describe the difference?
I've not seen the closest thing we've seen, and we've done before as well in the past, is matching prices when someone's on the booking engine. So someone comes to the booking engine, we run a rate search. We've had price check now for like a decade, where if the OTA was cheaper, we might have here's a coupon, here's a way to match the rate. But that's assuming someone's already on your hotel website and running the rate search. The reason we developed this was so many more people are using Google Meta and other meta searches as kind of the final place before they get their credit card out to decide which channel they're going to book on. So if that's the final time you really got to catch them because they're about to book today, then you need to fix the price in Meta. So the difference is we fix automatically the price in Meta, we fix the price on the booking engine, so the guest just sees one price all the way through, and it was the best price, and you just get many more people clicking through as a result.
Last question. You've got a couple of use cases on your website, but talk to us about the results you can expect.
Well, so I was hesitant. We're very careful about numbers. Not everyone. This is not something everyone needs. Marriott have amazing parity, and they wouldn't need something like this because they manage the hell out of their OTA relationships and they never get undercut. So it's not like one. It doesn't fit for everyone. The really nice thing about it is we can make an immediate projection of, well, right now, how many of your rates are being undercut by, let's say, 5%. So if you did a 5% discount or up to 5% discount to match, we know that for those rates, you will get about 3 times increase in click-through rates. So we can look at what's your current meta. We can multiply it by 3 in terms of volume for when you are being undercut. And then also the actual conversion rate is higher too. So we can just do a very quick calculation. I mean, generally, for the dates you're being undercut, the increase in like booking conversion rate, it's from all the way from Meta is 400%, right? It's a really big number, but you're not being undercut in every date. So do you see what I mean? So I don't want to. So overall, for some hotels, we're seeing the total amount of Meta they're getting is doubling. For other hotels, it's not as big as double because actually they've got pretty good parity. So it really does vary a bit. The nice thing is it's very easy to project ahead of time whether it's worth the investment, whether it's going to work for a hotel.
Well, it seems like a slam dunk for the right people.
Absolutely. That was definitely the plan. And it's proven to be that because this is it, right? when people are booking a hotel, they have to make two decisions. They have to decide, what hotel do I want? And then after they've decided on your hotel, they make a new decision. It's a separate decision, which is, how do I want to book it? And that booking decision is so driven by price. And that booking flow decision starts at Google Meta. And so you just got to have the best price there.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you for spending time with me.
It's all right. Fun, always fun to talk.